Hi guys, welcome, come on in. We're gonna do some press-ons. I have not done press-ons since Leslie's wedding, which was in November. So I've just been like healing my nails because I have been, I don't know if it's like a tick or what, but I have been just chewing off whatever's on my nails. It doesn't matter if it's press-ons, if it's gel, if it's nail polish, whatever. I just find myself raccooning them off no sooner do I do them. And I've never been a nail chewer ever, so it's very strange, but you know, it is what it is. I just have been dying to have something on my nails though, because I feel nicky, you know? So I'm just gonna do this rather quickly because I have to go get the girls in about 30 minutes. I gotta leave here and I need to obviously get dressed. Today I've been having a little bit of a glow up, if you will, because I've had a little case of the uglies, you know? And I think it was just because, well, one, I haven't had a haircut in a really long time. Let me turn this on. I meant to turn on my other video. Yeah, I've had a little case of the uglies, and I think it's because I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut since October. Remember, it was like all the way up to here, and now we're at the shoulders again. I cut my bangs about a month ago, a little over a month ago, and they're already curtain bangs. I wanted to tone my hair first before I decided whether I was gonna cut them again. And I think I'm gonna cut them again just because I don't have a, hold on. I gotta share my trigger because I did create a trigger for my lip combo, as well as the nails will be linked in this trigger. And if you have any other questions, you can always just ask and I'll get back to you in Messenger, okay? But, hold on. We're active on Beauty by Esmia, so if you say info, need, want details, it'll send over the details for you. And I'm just turning on Esmia's own trend. There you go. All right, so we're active on both pages now. But I think I will cut my bangs just because it gives me like a little bit of a fix without a full haircut, because I don't have a haircut scheduled and I don't have any plans of going to Arizona, which is where I go and get my haircut at. So a bang trim I think will hold me over, and I don't hate the length of my hair right now, surprisingly. Even though it's touching my shoulders, I still feel like it looks good. And it's like thickened up and it just looks really healthy, especially since I haven't been bleaching it. I did put toner in my hair today and I love how natural it looks. Just kind of toned out that like oranginess that I was starting to get in my blonde pieces here at the bottom. And you can still see like some highlights, but I feel like they look more natural. Would you agree? I did dilute my toner into like more of a gloss, if you will. Like I put way more developer just so that I could just apply it with my hands and put it on kind of like a conditioner. And I guess what that does is it shears out the color. I was afraid that it was gonna lift my root because in the past when I've done my toner, for whatever reason, sometimes I get like lift in my natural, which is so shocking to me because I'm using a 6% developer, which is not very high. So I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted it to be more sheer and just kind of tone out that brassiness that I was starting to see again. So now that I have it toned and I like the way it looks, I'm thinking I'm gonna do my bang trim and have like where I can wear a full bang again. If you guys have thoughts, let me know. Always happy to hear what you guys think, but ultimately I'll probably do whatever feels right in the moment that I decide to do something. Gosh dang, I haven't trimmed my cuticles in so long. So I'm just really quickly pushing them back and then trimming some of that dead skin off. When you're doing press-on nails, they look and last so much longer if you push up all that dead skin that's sitting on your nail bed and trim your cuticles as best as you can. I know it's hard. It is. If you struggle to trim them on your own, just use like a cuticle softener, and then generally they'll just like brush right off or file right off. So that's always a good way to do it as well if you don't feel comfortable clipping them. So the nails that I pulled out to do, these are old, but I know I love them, and I know I like the color. I actually, right before I got on here, I was looking on Red Aspen because I have not ordered nails in a really long time. I have like a whole drawer full of them, but a lot of them are shorts, and I really, really love this short almond length. It's like still short, but it has like a tiny, tiny bit of length, so it kind of elongates the fingers, which I need from time to time. I just feel like it looks better on me. But anyway, I went to the website to see if they had any other like newer short almonds, and they did. They had this really, really beautiful red, and red is a color that I could wear literally every day. I would just put on a set and then put on another set of it when it came off. Like, I love red. And so I ordered a few reds. I ordered a couple, French tips and a couple like light pink in the short almonds. And then I ordered a few in the medium almond length. I have a wider nail bed, so I do have to trim the edge of my nail. So I kind of clip it right here in this corner at an angle so that you can't see my nail underneath, like on the sides of the press-on. So if you have wider nail beds too, just clip off that corner and they'll look so much more natural. Anyway, I've just been like kind of healing my nails, like I was saying, because I've been raccooning them off, meaning as soon as I put something on, it doesn't even have to be a press-on, it can even be a gel. I start chewing at my nails and I just am like tearing up my fingernails. So I've just been using like a keratin, like this keratin 3-day growth on my nails, and they look a lot better. So if I chew off whatever it is that's on my nails, I'll give my nails like a week break before I try to do something else. But I haven't done a press-on since November of last year. It was for Leslie's wedding. And I just feel like I'm ready to do a press-on again. I like options, but I feel like I could live here for a little bit. Okay, so I cut all the little corners off, and then I'm gonna take a nail file. Everything you need really is in your box. Like, you get a cuticle pusher, you get a file, you get a bunch of different nail sizes, and then you also get a nail glue. So you could do your nails on the go. I've done that lots and lots of times. Like, I've done it in the airport, I've done it in an airplane. I usually don't file on an airplane because I feel like that's kind of gross, but I have done them on the go. When I'm traveling, I've done them in the car. So it's really a nice little pick-me-up whenever you don't have time to go to the salon, or maybe you just don't go to the salon, but you want a little pick-me-up on your nails. This is a good one. Okay, so you just want to rough them up. You don't want to like take off any sort of layer. You just want to rough them up so it has something to stick to. And try to get all the way to the corners. Sorry, I'm like in hyperspeed right now because I gotta hurry up. What are you planning to put on your nails? Red Aspen, yes! So the nails that I pulled out are an oldie. They're not available on the website anymore, but the length is a short almond, which is like my favorite length from Red Aspen. And I was just saying that I ordered a few different colors literally right before I got on here because I started a new party link. And if you say the word info, need, want details, my party link will be there, and then you can literally just search, if you like this length that I'm about to do, you can search short almond. If you're a medium length girly and you like almond, you can search medium almond, and it'll just pull up all that shape, and it just makes it easier to browse. There's also a short, which is like a short square. I'll wear those too, but I just feel like the short almond fit my nail the best. Okay, so then next, after I buff off the shine, are you like gone? You totally are. I need a nail dehydrator. Hold please. I think I have one over here. A nail dehydrator kind of just like makes sure that there's no oils on there, and it like balances, I think it's like the pH of your nail, something like that. Red Aspen does have a nail dehydrator, but I cannot find mine. I found my cuticle oil, but I can't find the nail dehydrator. I do like this one though. This one's from Amazon, but I'm gonna use this one. It's from Olive and June, just because I need something and I can't find my Red Aspen one. Anyway, quick little brush of a nail dehydrator. And then we're gonna get into the fun stuff. Once you start doing your press-ons, you're gonna learn your sizes, which I'm gonna test my memory and see if I can remember my sizes and not be here for 84 years. But once you learn your sizes, it's super, super quick for you to just pull them out, line them up, glue them on. So I know that I am usually a 2 on my thumb. Perfecto. And you're gonna have a lot of different sizes to choose from, so you will find a fit for your nails. That's a 1. The hardest part, honestly, is seeing the number. They're on the tip of the nails. And they're slippery little suckers. Okay. I think I might have use a 5 somewhere. I don't think I'm a 7 anywhere. Let's see. Do you guys like the toner I did? I didn't do that great of a job. I still see light pieces. I'll try again, but I'm happy with the color at least. I don't see any other comments. Okay. All right. This is a 3. I don't need a 3. I probably should have pulled these out before I got on here. A 6. Do I need a 6? Yes, I could use a 6 on my finger. 10. That's a little big. Okay, don't need any of those. Have you guys ever done press-ons before, or do they kind of scare you? I love them. I think I've been having like a little bit of a tick, an anxious tick lately. 8? No. 4, I believe, is my middle finger. Yep. Okay. And then there's another 2, which is my thumb. What are you? You're a 13. A little small. Okay. We have an 11. I think 11 is what nope. I think I need a 12 for my pinky. 5. 15, we don't need you. 12. Perfect. All right, so we got a 12 for the pinky, another 12. We don't need an 8. Seven, I'm not sure. Okay. So let's see what we've pulled out. Thumb is 2, and I try to line them up in like the order of my fingers, and it makes applying them a lot easier. All right, a 6 is probably my finger. So it's gonna be the next one. This is a 5, which is generally my ring finger. 5. Let me try a 4 on my ring finger. If I do a 4 on my ring finger, then my middle one is probably going to be a 3, which that's a different size for me. Let's try that. 3? No, definitely not. Okay, we're gonna do a 4 on the middle. 4 on the middle, a 6 on the finger. Five on the ring finger. 6, 5. All right, and then pinky, pinky. All right, we got them all laid out. And then you can just put all of those extra nails back in there. If you wanted to, you could probably file some of these down and be able to use them again, but I generally don't. All right, and then I do love a brush on glue. What do I have? I don't have a brush on glue in there. I did just order a new one. So I think for today, we're just gonna use the squeeze glue, which is perfectly fine. You just have to be careful to not over apply. And I think I'm gonna start with my right hand on my pinky. So I like to do just like a little dot on the nail, and then I kind of use the tip of the glue to like move it around so that it can coat everywhere a little more evenly. And then I'll put like a tiny, tiny little dot on the nail itself. Not too much, because then it'll squeeze out. Just a little tiny dot, and I kind of smush it around. And then you want to go down at an angle. I'm going to go down at an angle, and I kind of push up my cuticle at the same time. Hold the center for about 30 seconds. If you could do longer, that's even better. But just hold it with like even pressure in the center for like 30 seconds. And then you can kind of move side to side to make sure you're pressing on the edges too, so that it can create a seal there as well. So I am not the best with not chewing off my nails. I have a little paper towel here. I'm gonna wipe off this little bit of glue. Most of the time I just pop them off with my teeth. I'm so sorry, nails. I don't mean to do that. But I do sometimes, and it just is what it is. But the best way to get them off is like after a warm shower or a hot bath or after you wash dishes. Using like soaking them for a little while is the best way to remove them, because usually they'll just pop right off at that point. If you want to actually soak them like in their own little bowl or bath, you can do that with like just like a little drop of oil, Dawn dish soap, and hot water, and it'll help break down the nail glue. And then you could use like a flosser, and you just pop it at the top or on the side, and then they will just pop right off. Got a little bit of my natural nails showing right there, so I'm just kind of filing that corner a little bit. Here's what it looks like. Aren't they so cute? See what I mean? There's like not a ton of length, but there's like just enough to where it kind of elongates the finger. Okay, I'm gonna do this one too, so just right in the center. Use the nail glue to just kind of, or the tip of the applicator just to kind of move that glue around. Little smush of glue right there. And then same thing, go down at an angle. Push up at that cuticle, and then hold it in the middle as long as you can. 30, 60 seconds is better. And then just kind of rock your finger back and forth, and it'll help it adhere on the edges a little bit better. If you don't like the idea of glue, they also sell like little tabs that you could do, and you can just stick the tabs on your natural nail, and then you stick the nail on the tab, if that makes sense. And that one's like a little more temporary, like less, you're gonna get less wear out of it, but they're easier to remove, and there's like no damage to your natural nail when you remove them. See, if I were not doing this live and I had a little bit more time, I would probably hold each finger for at least a minute. Here's what it looks like. Isn't it so pretty? I think the way to make them look the most natural is to make sure that you don't have any of your nail showing on the edges. And if you do, just file it down. Okay, so let's do the ring finger, just a little dot. And then use the applicator to move that little dot around. And then glue in the little tiny bit, like a tiny, tiny little bit on the nail itself, down at an angle. Let me double check. No, I think I did. I was gonna say, did I turn my trigger on? But nobody's really commenting, so who cares? Maybe they'll watch on the replay. Okay, so you can see on this one, like I have a little bubble of glue coming out. I still try to hold as long as I can in the center, but then I'll keep like a little napkin or an alcohol wipe right next to me, and then I'll wipe the glue away before it like dries down too much. But even pressure is really important when you're gluing your nails down, so that way you don't get air bubbles in your glue, because the air bubbles make your nails last less time. I was gonna say less longer, but that sounds like bad English. I don't know. All right, let me file this little edge. You could even, if if you put these on and you're like, I like them, but I want less length, like I just want them super short, even shorter than that, you can file the ends down as well, the tips. All right, same thing over here, little dot in the center, smush it around. They, like I said, have a brush on glue, which is so much easier when it comes to, what number? Yeah. When it comes to gluing down your nails, because then you just brush it on like a nail polish. So if you struggle with like maybe putting too much glue with the squeeze glue, make sure you get the brush on glue. And then my little hack for the brush on glue is every packet of nails you get, you're gonna get a squeeze glue. So just keep your brush on glue and then just keep refilling it with the squeeze glue. That's what I do. I just can't find mine, so I ordered one more. I also got the cutest outfit from Amazon that I wanted to record today, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna have enough time, so I might do that tomorrow for sure. I got some pants that look like insane high quality. Like I have a luxury brand of the same style of jeans, just in a different color. I haven't tried them on yet, but if they fit, I'm going to scream it from the rooftops because they were so affordable, and the girl that I saw them on, they looked really, really nice. Okay, let's move on. Dot in the middle. Move it around with the applicator. Now you guys know why I don't do these very often. They're so redundant, huh? Because you're doing the same thing on each nail, but I feel like it's good to see every once in a while. All right, push up at the cuticle. Make sure you go straight down so it's not crooked. Hold in the center and kind of rock back and forth. I'm gonna feel brand new after today. I dyed my eyebrows. I toned my hair. I'm putting nails on. I washed my hair too, so I did a blowout. Yeah, like what else can I do at this point besides get a tan? All right, I'm gonna take my little towel, wipe off any glue that might have come out. Okay, and then there's a little bit of my nail sticking out, so I'm gonna file that edge. Perfecto. Oh yeah, I'm gonna immediately start acting different. Okay, smush it around. A little bit in the middle of this one. I also really like to push up at the cuticle while also like grabbing a little bit of glue on the tip. So that way it creates a better seal from the top. Are my comments not working, or are you all just this quiet? You're sneaky watching, huh? You're at work and you can't really type right now. You're at the pickup line, so you're driving. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I did do like a little day in the life, I guess, kind of, not really. It was kind of like a glow up with me kind of day because I have a case of the uglies. So I've been doing little bits and pieces of like what I've done today, like toning my hair, dyeing my eyebrows, blowing out my hair, doing my makeup, putting on nails. So I'll edit that and I'll probably post it tonight. After you take the nails off, is there still glue left? If so, how do you remove it? So if you soak your nails off, the glue mostly dissolves, especially if you wear them for the life of the nail. So generally these are said to last about 2 weeks. So if you wear them for the life of the glue just kind of like breaks down gradually because it's in water, you're washing your hair, like there's soap getting around there and the nail glue starts to break down. But if you like soak them off in like warm water with dish soap and some oil and use like a flosser to like break the seal so it can get in there, it really helps to like break down the glue. But if you do have excess, I would just use like a gentle file and just file off any sort of residue, and then maybe give your nails like a day or 2 break and do like some cuticle oil, maybe even like something like this, like a keratin treatment, and then you can put your nails on like normal. What did I dye my eyebrows with? I use a little brow kit from Amazon. I'm going to do a video tonight, like putting everything together that I did today, and I'm gonna link everything that I use that is linkable. And so yeah, otherwise I believe I have it in my Amazon storefront already, Ashley, under, I think it's under hair products or under makeup. But otherwise, I'll have it on the video I post tonight, or just send me a message and say, Esmia, what do you use to dye your eyebrows? And then I'm gonna be in Messenger after I pick up the girls. So I can get back to you faster if you wanna do it that way. Why do like having a little length on your nails immediately make them look prettier? Like it just looks so much better. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm preparing for a meeting that oh my gosh. That sounds like you are busy, Angela. I just appreciate you being here. Thank you. We are mesmerized. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Oh, was there another question? How long do the nails usually? Okay, so they last about 2 weeks. They last about 2 weeks as long as you put them, like prep your nail well and apply them well. They should last about 2 weeks, sometimes even longer. If you find that you're having more pop-offs, one thing that I could recommend is when you're applying your nails, take something, like literally you could use like the back of this comb, and you can rough up the inside of your nail. I mean, if you have a file that will fit in there, or even like this cuticle pusher, if you like scuff up the inside of the nail, it makes it adhere to the nail glue a whole lot better because it's kind of silky inside and like really smooth. So if you kind of rough it up the same way you did your nails with the file, they will last a little bit longer. Also, make sure you don't have any like oils or lotions on your nails prior to applying your press-ons. That can interfere with the way that the glue adheres. Use a nail prep, like a dehydrator prior to applying the nails, because that's gonna help dehydrate like any moisture or oils that are on your nail, which also makes them stick longer and better. Oh my God, you are so sweet, Angela. I can think back to like the beginning of time, like when I started working on social media, doing live videos, and I've been told for most all the years is that I should do like relaxation, like have a relaxation app where I just talk, or like do audiobooks where, because you know, on audiobooks, the voice matters, right? Sometimes you'll get somebody narrating it and you're like, oh, I just couldn't get into the way that she was talking or he was talking or whatever. It matters. I've never looked into it, but it's lived rent-free in my brain, that's for sure. You guys. Little did she know, she just needed to put on some press-ons. Okay, last but not least is my thumbs. So a dot of glue, spread it out, put some on the back of your press on. Also, if you have trouble with pop-offs, you can scuff it up in there, put a drop of glue, let it get tacky before putting it on your nail. You've had yours last 3 weeks, but I'm a widow and I didn't wash any dishes. Oh, well, 3 weeks, that's incredible. I've had mine last 3 weeks too, until I started realizing that I could change them out a lot faster. And I would get like bored, and so I would change them out into another color. Maybe that's when my bad habit of chewing them off started. Was like, ooh, I just got in a new pack, I want to do them. All right, thumbs are very important because you use them a lot. So make sure you really, really, really press them down, okay? Make sure you kind of shimmy it like back and forth from side to side so that those edges really adhere too. Because you're gonna use it even like your pointer finger and your thumb. Very important. The thumb, it's so cute. So cute. All right, I have a little bit of my nail showing, so I'm gonna file that little edge. Cute. Just wait till I put my rings on, you guys. All right, glue, move it around. Okay, put some in there. Let it get tacky. I can grow mine off for so long, then bite them off. You can grow your natural nails for so long and then you bite them off. You know, I used to like grow my nails super long, and I used to always do like my own nail polish or my own gel or nail art or whatever. But for whatever reason, the last like couple of years, I've just been chewing them off. You're gonna start my meeting for my presentation and then we'll have to catch the replay. Okay. Angela, good luck. You're gonna do amazing. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You love my nails. Thank you. Somebody asked me the other day and was like, Esmea, no press-ons? And I was like, You know what? You're right. You know what? You're absolutely right. Let me fix that. Let me fix it. And this didn't take me that long, and I'm like live, so I could usually do this a lot faster. Actually, that's probably not super true because I will hold them a lot longer when I'm not on a live. But you know, if you do have a pop off, you can always stick it back on. How cool is that? You can just stick it back on and not have to go to the salon and have it fixed. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. Immediately, yes. Immediately acting different. Don't anybody talk to me right now. I'm just kidding. Look how pretty. All right, again, this color is not available. This is so old, but I love this color so much that I bought multiples. So I specifically dug this one out because I knew that I loved them and I wasn't gonna like immediately want to chew them off. So if you want your nails to look similar to this with not a ton of length, but just a little bit, these are the short almonds. And if you say the word info, need, want details, anything like that, I'll send you a message. It'll have the link to Red Aspen and you can browse the nails. And then I also included my lip combo if you're interested. So cute. I try also to not shower or like leave my hands in hot water or anything like that for the first day. After that, you do whatever you want, like live your life, but try to do it like after a shower versus taking a shower right after. Do you know what I mean? All right, so hi, we're feeling so much better. All right, perfect time. It's about 3 o'clock. I gotta hurry up and go get dressed really quick and then I gotta go get the girls. So I probably won't film my outfit video today, but I did do like a little help me get rid of the case of the uglies little video today, and I'm gonna compile that all together. Look at me talking with my hands again. I'm gonna pile that all together and then make a video, kind of like a day in the life while I glow up. Anyway, I'll post it later. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.